The capseller and the monkeys. Once upon a time, there was a capseller. He was going to a village to sell the caps. On his way, there was a jungle. After few hours, he got so tired. He lay down under a tree and soon fell asleep. There were many monkeys on the tree. The monkeys came down the tree and opened capseller's bag and took all the caps and went back on the tree. After some time, the capseller woke up. He got surprised because there were no caps inside the capseller's bag. He looked here and there, but he could not find his caps. Suddenly, he heard a whooping sound. He looked up. There were many monkeys on the tree wearing his caps. The capseller shouted at the monkeys angrily. The monkeys also shouted back at the capseller. Then the capseller picked up few stones and threw it at the monkeys. This time, monkeys also plucked fruits and threw it at the capseller. Then the capseller thought for a while and he had an idea. He took the cap off his head and threw it on the ground. This time, monkeys also threw all the caps on the ground. The capseller collected all the caps and went to his village happily. Moral of the story: clever thinking can easily solve the problem. Thank you. The lion and the hare. So let's start. Once upon a time, there was a lion. He was very cruel. He used to kill many animals for his food and even for fun. One day, all the animals called for a meeting. The lion was also present there. All the animals decided to send one animal a day to the lion's den. The lion also agreed for this. One day, it was the hare's turn to go to the lion's den. The hare was very clever. He set out a plan to kill the lion. That day, the hare went to the lion's den much later than the lion's mealtime. So the lion was very angry with him. He asked the hare, "Why have you come so late?" The hare said, "Sir, I got late because another lion chased me." "Another lion in this jungle?" asked the lion. The hare said, yes sir, I know where he lives. Come with me, I will show you where he lives." The hare took the lion to a well and said, "Here he lives, please come and see inside." Then the lion looked into the well and he saw his own reflection. He roared angrily at it. He saw his reflection roaring at him. This time the lion could not control his anger and he jumped into the well, and that was the end of him. In this way, the clever hare killed the lion smartly. Friends, moral of the story: clever thinking can easily solve the problems. The lion and the mouse. So let's start. Once upon a time, there was a lion. He was sleeping under a tree. A mouse was playing nearby the tree. He saw the lion sleeping under a tree. Then he started jumping on the lion's body. The lion got disturbed And he woke up angrily and grabbed the mouse and said, "You naughty creature, you disturb my sleep. Now I will kill you." The mouse got so scared and said, "No sir, please forgive me. I will help you in your need." The lion laughed, ha 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 ha, and said, "You are so small. How can you help me?" The mouse said, Yes sir, I will surely help you." Then the lion freed the mouse. One day, a hunter came in the jungle and he trapped the lion in his net. Then the lion began to roar loudly. The mouse heard his roaring sound and he ran to the lion quickly. The mouse bit the net off with his sharp teeth. In this way, the mouse set the lion free. Then the lion thanked the mouse and they became friends. Moral of the story: one good turn deserves another. Thirsty crow. So let's start. Once upon a time there was a crow. He was very thirsty. He was looking for water. He looked here and there. He found a pot. He looked inside the pot. There was little bit water. Then he thought for a while. Then he had an idea. He picked up stones one by one and dropped it into the water. Then water level came up. Then he drank water and flew away happily. Moral of the story: treasures of mind can find a way. Thank you. The merchant and his donkey. So let's start. Once upon a time there was a salt seller. He used to carry salt bags on his donkey to the market. On his way they had to cross a river. One day while crossing the river, the donkey slipped and fell down into the river. The merchant helped him to get out of the water. The donkey noticed that the load on his back became much lighter, so they had to go to home. Next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with another salt bags. As they were crossing the river, the donkey deliberately slipped and fell down into the river. The merchant helped him to get out of the river and they had to return home. Next day, the donkey played the same trick, but this time the merchant understood the donkey's trick and he decided to teach him a lesson. Next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with cotton bags. When they were crossing the river, the donkey deliberately slipped and fell down into the river. But this time, the cotton bags absorbed the water. The load became much heavier. The donkey could not move. The merchant beat the donkey hard with his stick and said, "You lazy animal, you can't fool anyone so many times." In this way, the donkey learnt a lesson and he never tried to play tricks again. Friends, moral of the story: we should do our duties honestly.